generic. Let me give it a different type. Let me give it UD type 1. That's what I'm going to call this one. We'll learn about generics in this example. I'm just calling it UD type 1. What exactly is generics? To create a class template, what you do is, in the line of the class name, you put this angular brackets. And within the angular bracket, you can write anything. It doesn't have to be T. It can be A, B, C, X, Y, Z, U, V, del. It can be anything. This T is only a placeholder. During runtime, it will be replaced by an actual data type. Okay? So I can say within the body of my class, whatever is the T, I will use that T to create a class property. Whatever is T, I will use that to create a class property. And the constructor of the type T, the constructor of the class will also receive a parameter of type T, and I will then use this parameter to assign the value to my property. Okay, so again, I'm using the this because the property and the parameter have the same name. That's why I'm using the this with the property. Similarly, I can create a getter, public, get object, and the return type is T to show you that whatever is T is what I'm returning. And what I'm returning is the property of the class. Rather, things are determined during runtime. So in the main method, I will say, I want to create an object of UD type 1 such that this object must be treated as an integer object. So what exactly I'm telling on line 19? I'm saying on line 19, UD type 1, integer. So this T actually becomes integer. Wherever the T comes in the class, for this instance called int object, it will act like an integer. That's why when I pass 17 into the body of the constructor, T doesn't complain because I've already told that T is an integer. Now I can simply use it in my output statement by saying system.out.println integer object holds the value, and I can say integer object dot get object. And upon executing this code, I can see that the value it returns is 17. Now, I want to create another object, but this object will be of type string. So I will have a string object. As you can see, without making any changes to the underlying implementation, I was able to create two objects of different types running on the same class. and their types are determined during runtime.